That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw is Darnold.
Typically, we think it's the strong.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Second down and goal. Watson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll go again with Bell. Bell so light on his feet, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. Back to throw, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 70 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw again on second down. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Watson, man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Let's go. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 59. Trash. That's trash.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Dancing to his left. That is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Darnold from the gun. Airing one out for Crowder. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. This is caught. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Darnold for the red zone now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Chris Herndon. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin with a run by Miller. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw in OT for Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.